is a cakewalk of a schedule. I mean, they do play Washington on the road.
Spread is Ohio State minus 14.5.
Okay, so
I do think that's just because their defense is so ridiculously good. I mean, they look phenomenal against Minnesota, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, and Julian Sayin aired it out a little bit more. That touchdown to Carnell Tate was really good this past weekend.
Jeremiah Smith looked phenomenal, yeah. But this is not an Ohio State podcast.
You're right.
Not an Ohio State show. I do think, and I'm going to trying to find a way to articulate this. USC needs to get out to an early lead. They need to punch Michigan in the mouth, because I think to Illinois, where they had a chance to punch him in the mouth early, Wayman Jordan fumbles, Illinois goes down the field and scores. Michigan went down early to Wisconsin this week.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin is a much worse team than USC. If the Trojans can get up by 2 touchdowns, I don't know, two touchdowns early, then what? Sorry,
I think it's a little bit it's a lot to ask, considering
it is. It definitely is. Don't get me wrong. Get up 2 touchdowns. That'll make it really hard to come back. That being said, I think back to Penn State, they're up 20-7 at halftime, lose that game.
And looking at this past, because you brought up the Wisconsin-Michigan game at the Big House, right? And a Wisconsin team that probably fair to say they're one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. Like, they're in the bottom 3, 5. Yeah. But we talked about the secondary. Michigan still gave up almost 200 yards passing against Hunter Simmons.
They don't have a great pass defense. They just don't.
No. I will say Donovan McCulley had a very good receiving game for Michigan, 112 yards on only 6 receptions. He broke out for the big play. And he had a 29-yard touchdown. Haynes was incredible. Like, I feel my point I'm making,
dude. Like, it's literally, I'm not going to ask the USC defense to stop him, because they're not going to. I just ask that they just even slow him down a little bit. Is it crazy to ask for less than 85 rushing yards for Justice Haynes?
Is
that all? Like, can I please just ask for that?
I mean, like, if we were wishing on our Christmas list, like, I would respect it, but is it going to actually happen? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Underwood's going to run for 50 plus, if I'm going to be completely real with you. It all hinges on the linebackers too. We didn't really talk about the linebackers, but I feel like they've been a little underwhelming outside of Gentry a bit. I mean,
yeah, we talked about this last week. I mean, we did. Like, Gentry's obviously the best.
Yeah, Gentry, I mean, I think he got injured in the Michigan game last year.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He wants to play a full one against the Wolves. But
I wouldn't call them the Wolves.
Whatever.
Still stupid.
At the end of the day, and appreciate Dependent Fanatic for giving us his Michigan knowledge in here. I agree. I mean, I've done prep on their receivers just because I'm broadcasting the game, and it feels like McCulley's the top guy. And you also look at these guys' frames. I mean, McCulley is 6'5", 215 pounds. He's like a Deuce Robinson comp kind of in that way. But their receivers, other than that, are not huge. Like, they're not going to be going for the deep ball. They're going to be running a lot of these slip screens and, stuff like that. So you got to limit the big play but also contain Underwood's running ability. And we saw what happened last year with Kalel Mullings. Like, that gives you USC fans PTSD at this point. So
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, everything is concerning because Justice Haynes, he's such an explosive runner too. And it just feels like USC is going to give up these big plays. It just concerns me. That's the main thing that concerns me, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we knew, we talked about this game going into the year. We knew he was going to be good. An Alabama transfer who hadn't really gotten a look yet. He was itching for an opportunity like this. So, yeah, and I think, whether or not you agree with Dependent Fanatic's most recent comment in there.
I disagree with that because it went really well for Oklahoma, and sure, that's a great defense, but that's not true. I mean, you've played Oklahoma and Nebraska. I mean, those are the best 2 games, and Nebraska's a fine team who they beat the box score. It's 30-27. It was further than that. They beat them better than that.
Why is Michigan ranked so high? Like, I like it. It's good for us if we beat them, but like, why are they ranked so high?
Because they have one of the best losses in college football.
I mean, so does Texas.
Yeah, but at least Michigan has a Power 5 win.
I guess. Yeah, you're right. I mean, granted, they have 2 against 2 unranked teams, but anyways, yeah, I mean, I think you'd agree Michigan's ranked too high. That's fair? At 15?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Nebraska was going to beat them going into the year. Nebraska hasn't been that. They've been fine.
I think Rayola's been good.
Yeah, Rayola's been pretty good. They've been very fine, though. They didn't play that well against not great Michigan State team. They're fine. Nebraska's fine. Oklahoma, I think, is good. Oklahoma's up to like number, what are they, 4? I don't know if they're that good. They beat now unranked Auburn team and Michigan.
And they have the Red River coming up this weekend. I mean, they play.
Texas sucks, dude. Texas sucks. So,
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, is Mateer coming back though?
Not for a couple weeks.
They still should win that. So, man, talk about the parity. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm sure everyone in the comments can relate. Like going into the year, Texas, Penn State. It's really.
I'm just like looking at dependents comments. What does this mean? Bryce had his career high versus the number 1 rush defense. No, he didn't. He was 9 for 24 with 140 yards and had -1 rushing yards. And that, of course, includes sacks. But what?
Who is the number 4 rushing defense?
Number 1, you mean?
Oh, number 1. Sorry.
I thought it was Oklahoma. It's definitely not Nebraska or Wisconsin. Look at it.
Maybe you meant Haynes?
Must have meant Haynes. Yeah, must have meant Haynes.
Haynes had 125 yards in that game, so maybe that was his career high. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. Probably. Didn't he have like 140 against Nebraska?
That's what I thought. I don't know. Oh, he said Wisconsin. Is Wisconsin the number 1 rush defense right now?
Wisconsin number 6, so not bad, but maybe that's from last week. I mean, yeah, so that's solid. But I don't think they were the number 1. I don't think they were ever number 1. It is Wisconsin.
Bryce only had 12 yards rushing against Wisconsin.
I think he's talking about Justice.
Gotta be. Okay. Wait, but he only had 117 yards.
No, I don't know. His story's all over the place. Yeah, no, his career high was against New Mexico. Touchdowns, I don't know. You're all over the place, dependent. That's what happens when we don't have enough USC people.
If you're a USC fan, like comment a fight on.
We're flooded with a Michigan fan. The past 2 weeks, our main commenters have been Michigan fans. Jeff, that's our guy too. We've had Michigan fans be our main commenters.
I respect them studying the opponent, but at the same time,
yeah, okay. This does make more sense. Okay. Yeah, shout out our goat, Jeff.
Shout out Jeff.
Missing Chris. Casey, we're coming up in 45 minutes here. We're going to wrap things up soon. Anyone else leave any comments down below for us to talk about? We're going to wrap things up here soon, though. I never asked you what your score prediction was, though.
I believe I said 34-28.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shootout. Like it's a big game.
Shootout's an interesting wording for that, but I do think it'll be close at least.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all USC games are shootouts because the offense, to some extent, it's never like a 10-3.
I guess, yeah. I guess.
I mean, every game this year outside of the 2 like freebie games have been somewhat of a shootout. Like they've gotten it's a lot of back and forth.
Just frustrating to watch.
No, for sure. Especially, don't want to harp on the past too much, but let's go beat Michigan. Come on. Let's
beat Michigan, and I still stand by 8-4. Lose to Michigan, we're going 7-5, guaranteed, in my opinion.
Season's over if you lose to Michigan. Like actually over if you lose to Michigan. I'm like, there's no other way to
Yeah,
put it.
because you're not going to make the CFP and you're not going to make the Big Ten championship.
Yeah. If the season meaning something to you is like going to the Holiday Bowl or something, then that's another story.
And that sucks. That's what Lincoln Riley football has become at USC.
Yeah. But I think the big thing too, as we wrap up, Illinois is still a good loss. Like
it is, yeah. And it was a loss that was very close, came down to a game-winning field goal. But it felt like USC still should have won.
Yeah, and one last thing too, like Cody Kessler and Sean Cody and some of the other guys on the Trojans live podcast today, we're talking about like what gets you into the CFP. And we live in a world now where like there's a lot of parity. And we also, like a couple years ago, like it's not just about win-loss. It's so much more than that. Like your schedule. I mean, we saw with Florida State a couple years ago, like who do you have at quarterback? Arguably, like there's just so many things. And like if Jaden Mayava is a Heisman contender, that might help. I'm not saying it will get them in, but like you never know.
Yeah, and I think Conquistador brings up a pretty good point here. No, there should not be excuses that we have to, like bring up every single week for the defense. So that it's so ridiculous. The standard is a standard. USC, we should be winning more than 7 or 6 games a year.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to my point, like 9-3. I know I said that I think before the season started, and people called me crazy for saying 9-3 could get you in, but I think it could. I think it could get you in. It could get you in now if you lose to the right teams and you win against the right team.
I'm trying to think about it. You got to be lose to Notre Dame and Oregon,
but Notre Dame doesn't look all that good now.
So maybe lose to Michigan, have Michigan basically win out, and lose to Oregon.
Yeah, but that's a big ask. I mean, a lot's in your hands there because they have to play Ohio State, which they beat them last year. So that basically no quarterback. So yeah.
Jeff, I think Notre Dame's a good team. I still don't think they're going to win that game. Just because they don't. Lincoln Riley can't coach on the road, and South Bend is an extremely hard place to play.
And the one thing I agree, I think the one thing I'll say about Notre Dame too is love or hate Notre Dame's scheduling and how they played so far. They were smart to schedule hard teams early because now the competition gets easier, right? Like last year, I know they went to the national championship, but it was sort of just easy the whole way through, and they didn't really garner respect. They're still ranked for a reason, right? They have 2 good losses by close margins. They lost by 3 to Miami, who's the number 2 team in the country, and then by 1 against A&M, the number 5 team in the country. Like they're still in play.
It's 2 good losses, and that Miami loss looks better every single week.
And the A&M loss is looking better every week. I mean, we're being honest.